Hi guys, Liz here, aka Isabel Shirin, Liz for Paris Adored, Bondi Babe, and all my bots. I bet you're wondering where I am right now. Aha, yeah. I'm at the sim called Everwinter. I haven't been here for a little while. I often used to come and visit here, generally around scary times. And because it's the Halloween season, I thought, you know what? I'm going to come back here because it's one of my most favourite scary places. That and Arranmore, which I did my Halloween video in early October. So I thought I'd come back here today and just film sort of sitting in different places as one does, you know, because I can. Yeah, so like I said in last week's Coffee with Isa, I was going to mix it up a bit, which is, as you can see visually, I'm doing anyhow. But also I was going to have topics that I would talk about. And I did invite you guys to send me sort of ideas. One of the ideas I had, which I'm not actually going to do in the Coffee with Isa because I've actually done a separate video, I was asked if I would do... I did laugh when I first got asked this, and then I thought, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. And that was to do a Halloween ASMR. So I've done that. So if you haven't seen it, just go and have a look. I warn you, if you're squeamish and you don't like scary sort of slasher type things, don't watch it. It's taken me about 4 times to go on this ride in the Linden Realms, and their haunted coffin ride through the house. And I went on it last year and I sort of kept going, oh, I can't bear it, and then I'd leave because it's so scary. I don't watch slasher films, so I don't watch Saw and those sorts of things because they just give me the EBGBs. And actually body parts dropping off is kind of like ugh. However, I have done it. I have conquered my fear, and I did an ASMR whisper going through that trip, so it's something different. Yeah, and not to everyone's taste, but hey, you know what, I was asked to do it, so I've done it. Right, I have, you know, like I said to people, you know, feel free, but one of the questions that was asked for me is why did you become a blogger and a vlogger? And I thought, do you know what, I can do that in Coffee with Isa. I'm going to do that. Okay, why did I become a vlogger and blogger? Okay, well, this is a bit of a tough one because do you mean in Second Life or do you mean just generally? So I'm going to tackle it generally because I first did my first vlog for the virtual world in 2010. I was all chuffed with myself at the time because I don't think there was anybody having done a vlog at that time, and I did this tiny little video with a really rubbish laptop and really rubbish mic, and it is really rubbish, and some days I cringe and I look at it and go, oh good God, Liz. But I also feel a little bit proud of it because I can honestly say I was probably one of the first vloggers in a funny kind of way, but I stopped after that. You'll be pleased to know I did stop after that because you know, I was just so rubbish. And then I carried on doing my machinima stuff, and I did that for a number of years. On my real life channel, I did start doing vlogging. You know, when I got my first iPhone, that was it. I was just like, one summer, I was just like doing these silly little vlogs and uploading them. And what was really funny about it is I used to get a lot of messages asking me things and can I talk about this and da 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 da. And I didn't really take on board at the time how professional I should make it or whatever. So I just carried on doing it on my iPhone, and then I got a bit bored with that and sort of stopped. But I guess how I started to where I'm at now, and why I got so passionate about it was when I had my problems last year with my virtual accounts, and I actually got on here on camera as me, my real life person, not as an avatar. And I guess that's one thing I kind of do need to make clear. I use the virtual world. I don't vlog or blog for the virtual world. I use it to vlog and blog, if that makes sense. So when I talk in here, apart from when I'm showing fashion, that's slightly different. But when I talk in here, I'm talking from reality. Me as the person is talking. And same with my blogs. The content on my blogs, I don't ramble on about Second Life places and stuff like that. I tend to talk about sort of real things that matter to me. And I guess that's the one thing I will say about my vlogging and blogging. It's not hinged on the virtual world. It never will be, because there might come a time Second Life sort of suddenly ceases to exist. God forbid it does. I'll still continue doing what I do because I actually really thoroughly enjoy it, and I just love to talk, as we all know by now. Hence Coffee with Isa became such a regular thing for me, because I can just ramble away, which I tend to do, and I need to try and cut it down so I don't ramble for as long as I do. Okay, so I did the rant video, which went a little bit crazy on YouTube. I did that rant video last year, and it was my first experience of the negativity of vlogging, actually as a real life person, because I got so many insults. It was just at that time I actually dismantled the ability to leave comments, because I was just like, oh my god, you people are disgusting. There were some really atrocious comments left on there, and I just thought no, so I disabled that for a little while, and then I re-enabled it again after a while. But that was my first taste of it, and actually it was quite cathartic. When I did that, I was at a really sort of emotional time. I was so angry and I was so passionate, and doing that video actually sort of, I was able to speak, and I suddenly had this voice, and I was like, oh. And afterwards I was like, I feel much better. I feel much better having done that. Even though nothing had been resolved at the time, I felt so much better doing that. And I guess that's kind of like spurred me on to want to keep doing it. And so I did another one, and I just slowly started to do it. And the clothes vlogging, because I don't think anyone else at the time was doing what I was doing with HUDs and stuff. It's mostly unboxing and stuff like that, but I became quite sort of like, oh, I quite like this HUD stuff. But then at the same time as doing that, I could ramble on about other stuff as well. So it wasn't always solely about a clothing item, and I could express myself and be myself. So yeah, I guess the real part of it really started was probably around about sort of that time I did my rant video, really. Yep, it was the rant video, and that just sort of really started me, and I've never looked back. And then of course there was the so I blog a lot and vlog a lot, and then it was Strawberry Sing's challenge. She had a challenge to talk about what Second Life means to you, and I sat down and I participated in that challenge, and it was at that actual challenge that the idea of Coffee with Isa came about. So I can thank Strawberry Sing for that, because she made me see that I actually really enjoyed yakking away. And I enjoyed doing it so much that I wanted to do it on a regular basis. So I started the very following week with Coffee with Isa, and I've not stopped since. And I do a regular Coffee with Isa. I also introduced another character, Harriet Parker, the reporter. She's very downtrodden. She's actually on holiday at the moment. I thought she could go on holiday and have a break, but she will be coming back, old Harriet. She's got a lot of work up her sleeve. And I introduced her as well as another character to also touch on real life stuff. So if you notice, Harriet Parker will always introduce something from the real world, from the real world news. She doesn't touch on politics, and she doesn't touch on religion. Neither do I. Subjects best avoided, because obviously just inflames a lot of stuff, and I'm not really interested in that. I have my own beliefs, and I don't really need to justify it with other people. So yeah, so my two characters, so there's me doing my Coffee with Isa and Harriet Parker, and I have a great deal of fun doing that, and I actually really look forward to sitting down and doing my Coffee with Isa. It's time that I come home and I just sit down and I relax. I have a cup of tea. and I'll give you a hint. I have a scone every time I'm doing something. I'm always eating a scone with my cup of tea. Yeah, it's probably a bad habit, but I love it. It's very English, you know. So I do that, and I really enjoy doing it. And I never basically, if I talk about something I don't want to, I think, oh God, you shouldn't have. I never ever delete. I just use that recording and go with it. That's one thing I have learnt, that just go with my flow and not even stop and think about what sounds right or whatever, because you know what, I'm just expressing myself. So I guess that's how I started vlogging, and I just thoroughly enjoy it. And yeah, and I think, you know, people do various things using their virtual characters. There's a lot of unboxing videos, and there's a lot of 50 Linden Fridays and doing that sort of thing. Or people do live streams and stuff. I'm yet to be brave enough to do a live stream. I'm not sure yet. You know, I've been invited to go on the Atlas hopping for Sansa, but I still am a little bit sort of nervy about being live streamed. and the reason why is because, you know, my cat jumps up on here and goes meow, and or the phone goes, and it's not like I can stop in the middle of a live stream and go, excuse me, I just got to get that. So, and I won't turn my phone off, because obviously you have people trying to contact me. So yeah, that's kind of the things. I am just a bit nervous doing a live stream. I am going to try it, and I'm probably going to do it around Christmas time, and I don't know, I might even do it before then. Thanksgiving time, I don't know when in Thanksgiving time, but I thought I will try it one day, but I'm just not that brave. Just not that brave. And actually, I don't think anyone would tune in and watch the damn thing. That's the other thing. I mean, who's going to tune in and watch me go da 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 da? I don't know. So I'll think about that. But yeah, there's all sorts of different forms of vlogging. So like I said, the people do the unboxings, or people do tutorials, and people do the 50 Linden Fridays of Dash About, and I see some hilarious videos on that. And I just love watching them. I just love watching some of the videos I see. I just think there are so many ways that we can express ourselves in vlogging. So it doesn't have to be in the same format that I do it. This is my style, and this is the way I like to do it. And I think everyone just has to find their style and what they feel comfortable doing. And to me, I love filming. I really love filming and putting things together. I love music. As you can tell, every single video has music in it. Every single one, apart from Halloween ASMR. And there is a reason for that. If you haven't watched it, you will understand. I didn't want music to sort of take away the background sounds, because they're like pretty awesome. And yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like, you know, why I started vlogging, and all that kind of thing. I have also been asked about how to set up, how to make the video for the vlog and everything. And I'm not going to cover that in Coffee with Isa. So I am actually going to introduce a new segment. I know, shocking. I'm going to introduce a new segment, and it's going to be How To with Isa. And yeah, so in the How To with Isa, I'm going to tackle those things that you've asked me, like how to film, how to smooth cam, how to edit your video, how to use Camtasia, how I write my blog, and all those sorts of things, because I've been sent quite a few things like that, but I don't think it's really a Coffee with Isa sort of thing. So I will start a different segment, How To with Isa, and we'll take it from there. One thing I think with the how to is developing a good use of your resources. There are so many resources. I mean, Google is a wonderful thing. So is YouTube, and so you can get a lot of information. So when I do this new segment, I will obviously always link to everything. But can I just say, one of my greatest resources that I always had was Strawberry Sing. You don't need to go to any website or anywhere else. You just need to go to Strawberry Sings. Strawberry Sing tells you how to do everything about specs on your computer, about how to set up a wind light, how to, just how to everything. That woman is a great resource. So, I mean, she will be always the first port of call that I will give, but I will also link you to other places that I did go, because obviously I didn't start off with Strawberry Sing. I actually hadn't been watching Strawberry Sing until sort of, last year. I think it was about February last year I started watching Strawberry Sing, because I was never interested in fashion and clothes and stuff like that. That wasn't why I watched SL virtual videos. I didn't watch all that sort of thing about unboxing and stuff. I used to watch all the machinima, that was what I enjoyed and all that kind of thing. So I did Google a lot of things on YouTube, but when I came across Strawberry Sing's blog, that just absolutely was just like it was like diamonds in the desert. That website of hers, diamonds in the desert. Anyhow, so I'm going to stop now because I also promised I wasn't going to make these coffees go too long. So today's theme obviously was to talk about why I blog and how I blog. Just a quick overview, and all those other questions to do with the detail of it. Like I said, I'll do that on a separate segment because Coffee with Isa is just chatting, and I didn't really want it to change. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I had a fantastic weekend. I had little Mason over. Oh my god, it was just like amazing. He can speak so much now. The only thing, you have to really be careful what you say. He repeats absolutely everything. But the brilliant part about it is, like I said Einstein, so he said Einstein. So I said supercalifragilistic, and he was like, he tries to say everything. But I did say oh bugger, and he did say oh bugger back. And my son did say oh shit, and he did say that back. So we really have to be really careful what we say in front of him, because he's like a mirror mimic now. But it's so adorable because that's so much fun when you watch little children when they're learning things and they process it, and he's just so much fun to watch. So I've had a brilliant time with him Saturday. And then of course yesterday my brother came down from London. I haven't seen him for a number of months because like London's not that far. But he's really busy. He's a very, very busy guy, and he came down with the family, and that was just wonderful. I've just had a really good weekend, and of course I had Friday off that no one knew about. No one knew I was off Friday. I didn't tell anyone I was off Friday. Only work knew I was off, and it was so nice just to be myself on my own all day long and just relax. Anyhow, I'm going to go now, and I will see you next week with Coffee with Isa, but no doubt you will see me tomorrow in another vlog. Have a lovely week. Bye-bye.